Hi, I'm Mary. I'm a jewelry designer and I'm currently obsessed with making seed bead hatbands. I recently did a bead haul and this is everything that I made from that bead haul. I bought a whole bunch of stuff from my local bead shop. I bought 4 packs of ivory, 2 gold, 2 ochre, 2 light green, 1 evergreen, and 2 brown. And then I bought some evergreen cord, some brown cord, and 5 bobbins of this silvery thread. When I was on one of my walks one day, I was outside looking around and I was like, wow, these trees are exactly the color as these beads that I bought. So that's really cool because I've always been super inspired by nature. Since these colors were so reminiscent of the trees and stuff in my neighborhood, I wanted to go ahead and give these different hatbands that I made mountain and tree type titles. So the first one that I made was the color fading chevron hatband, which I called the Alpine hatband. And that kind of just set the tone for the other things that I was doing. So the first one I did, the Alpine hatband, which is actually the color fading chevron pattern. I've made this pattern several times. It turned out really cool. I love the brown and the green together. And I used that evergreen colored cord to make like a cinching braid in the back so you can just like cinch it up. And then the next one that I worked on was the bluegrass hatband. I've made this one several times, but I called this one the Appalachian Bluegrass because it's got those green and brown color fading diamonds and then the brown X's in the center. And then we just went full on trees. This one is called Forest Full of Trees hatband. I saw this pattern on Pinterest in like a wider width, and so I adjusted it to the medium width because I was in the process of restocking my medium width hatbands. And that one turned out really cool. So this darts hatband, this is my favorite one. I love that ochre color in the background, and I ended up making a really cool, fun ending for that one that I turned into one of these bracelets. I was able to make 2 bracelets. They are both loomed with toggle clasps. I like doing the toggle clasp because some people are allergic to different metals, and I find it's just a little bit more universal. Plus, it's really easy to put on and take off. So this first one that I made was the ending of the darts hatband. It had that really cool pattern on it. And the next one I made is this brown and green checkered one with these cool pumpkin shaped turquoise nuggets. And then I was starting to get low on the beads, so I made some smaller earrings. These are both fringe earrings. I made a plaid pattern with these hexagon turquoise stones. And then I made a really small, just 1 inch in length brown mini fringe earring. They are so cute. They've got a 2-toned triangle pattern, white on the top and ochre on the bottom. So here's everything that I made. I had so much fun doing this. I felt really inspired creatively, and it was a really fun challenge to use up all the beads. I don't typically make bracelets and earrings anymore. I just really like to focus on the hatbands because I love doing them so much. But this was a great experiment, and I cannot believe how much stuff I made with that bead haul. It wasn't a huge haul, but this was so fun. Follow along for more.